Elijah, one of the most remarkable figures in biblical history, stands as a beacon of strength, leadership, and unwavering faith. While he did not author a book, Elijah's story is woven through 1 Kings and 2 Kings, where his deeds, confrontations, and relationship with God serve as lessons of resilience, courage, and the power of conviction. For those seeking motivation in challenging times, Elijah's life is a powerful testament to enduring faith in the face of overwhelming odds. The call of a prophet, a man on a mission. Elijah's entrance into the biblical narrative is sudden and impactful. His first appearance in 1 Kings 17 has him confronting King Ahab, declaring a drought in Israel as a judgment for the nation's descent into idolatry under the influence of Queen Jezebel. This scene sets the tone for Elijah's life, a man unafraid to stand before kings, unwavering in his obedience to God's will. Elijah's boldness wasn't born of arrogance, but from his deep relationship with God. He understood that his mission transcended personal fear. For men facing daunting challenges, Elijah's readiness to confront Ahab highlights the importance of standing firm in your convictions, even when you stand alone. The drought. Faith in the midst of desperation. The drought Elijah predicted lasted 3.5 years, leaving the land parched and the people desperate. Yet during this time, God provided for Elijah, first by sending ravens to feed him at the brook Cherith, and later through the hospitality of a widow in Zarephath. The widow herself was on the brink of starvation, but through Elijah's faith and obedience, her small supply of oil and flour miraculously sustained her household throughout the famine. For men, Elijah's time in Zarephath offers a profound lesson. In times of scarcity, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, faith and trust in a higher purpose can see you through. Elijah never wavered in his belief that God would provide, and this certainty inspired the widow to trust as well. Mount Carmel, the showdown of faith. One of Elijah's most famous moments is his confrontation with the prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. After years of drought, Elijah called for a contest between himself and the prophets of Baal to determine the true God. Each side was to prepare a sacrifice, but only the real God would send fire from heaven to consume it. The prophets of Baal danced and shouted, but no fire came. When it was Elijah's turn, he confidently soaked his altar in water to remove any doubt. He prayed, and God answered with fire, consuming the sacrifice, the wood, and even the stones. This dramatic moment led to the people declaring, "The Lord, He is God." And Elijah ordered the execution of the false prophets. This event speaks to the masculine virtues of courage, conviction, and the willingness to act boldly when defending the truth. Elijah didn't shrink from the challenge. Instead, he escalated it. He knew that in the face of deception and falsehood, strength and action were needed to reveal the truth. It's a lesson for men today. When faced with falsehoods or challenges to integrity, sometimes you have to stand your ground and let your actions speak. The valley of despair, when strength falters. Though Elijah's victory on Mount Carmel was a high point, his story also shows the vulnerability of even the strongest men. After Jezebel vowed to kill him for slaying the prophets of Baal, Elijah fled into the wilderness. Exhausted, afraid, and feeling utterly alone, Elijah prayed for death under a broom tree. This moment of despair is profoundly relatable for men facing burnout, fear, or loneliness. Elijah, who had shown such strength and resolve, now found himself in the depths of depression. But it was in this moment that God came to him not in a powerful wind, earthquake, or fire, but in a still, small voice. God restored Elijah, feeding him and encouraging him to continue his mission. Elijah's story teaches that even the most powerful men can face moments of doubt, and it's okay to seek refuge in these times. What matters is finding the strength to rise again, to listen for that still, small voice that provides clarity and purpose. Elijah didn't remain in his despair. He rose, renewed in his mission. Mentoring the next generation. The power of legacy. Elijah's journey didn't end with his personal restoration. One of his greatest legacies is found in his mentorship of Elisha, the prophet who would succeed him. Elijah found Elisha working in a field and threw his cloak over him, symbolizing the passing of prophetic authority. From that moment, Elisha followed Elijah, learning from him and witnessing his miracles. Mentorship is a critical theme in Elijah's story, and it speaks to the masculine duty to guide and empower the next generation. Elijah didn't cling to his role but actively invested in his successor, ensuring that the work of God would continue. This highlights a key aspect of leadership. True leaders don't just build for themselves, they build for those who will come after them. Confronting evil, a battle of principles. Throughout Elijah's life, he constantly faced opposition, particularly from Ahab and Jezebel, whose reign represented a corruption of leadership through idolatry and tyranny. Elijah's mission wasn't just about personal survival. It was about calling out injustice and restoring righteousness in Israel. In 1 Kings 21, Elijah boldly confronted Ahab after the king orchestrated the murder of Naboth to seize his vineyard. Elijah's rebuke of Ahab shows his unwavering commitment to justice, even when it meant standing against the most powerful figures in the land. For men today, Elijah's confrontation with Ahab serves as a reminder that there are times when you must challenge corruption, even if it comes from those in power. Elijah didn't back down because he knew his mission was greater than himself. It was about restoring justice and truth. A fiery departure, the immortal legacy of Elijah. Elijah's life concluded in a dramatic and symbolic fashion. In 2 Kings 2, Elijah was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind, accompanied by a chariot of fire. His departure left an indelible mark on Israel's history, with many expecting Elijah to return as a precursor to the Messiah. Even Jesus referred to Elijah as a model of faith and power. Elijah's fiery departure wasn't just a spectacle, it was a confirmation of the power and favor he held with God. His legacy didn't end with his physical presence. His influence persisted, and his life became a symbol of divine power and unyielding faith. Elijah's masculine virtues: courage, faith, and resolve. Elijah's life embodies core masculine virtues: courage in the face of overwhelming odds, faith when circumstances seemed impossible, and resolve to carry out his mission despite personal fear or doubt. His confrontation with King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, leaders who promoted idolatry, shows his willingness to stand against powerful figures for the sake of truth. Even after his victory on Mount Carmel, when he feared for his life, Elijah didn't abandon his calling but sought renewal through prayer and reflection. His perseverance demonstrates that true strength isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to push forward despite it, inspiring men to lead with integrity and boldness, even when challenges seem insurmountable. The modern application: be an Elijah in your life. In a world where principles are often compromised, Elijah's life offers timeless lessons for men. Whether you're leading a family, a business, or simply trying to live a life of integrity, Elijah's story shows the power of unwavering faith, bold leadership, and the importance of confronting challenges head-on. His dedication to truth, even when he was isolated and facing personal doubts, serves as a reminder that true leadership often involves sacrifices and standing alone. Like Elijah, men today must navigate personal and societal pressures, but his journey teaches that by staying true to core values, it is possible to overcome fear, resist compromise, and leave a lasting impact on those around you. And that's the powerful story of Elijah, an unwavering leader who faced challenges head-on with courage, faith, and resolve. His life continues to inspire men everywhere to stand firm in their beliefs, lead with integrity, and overcome even the toughest obstacles. If you found this story motivating, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and remember, be bold, be strong, and always rise to the challenge.